Welcome to today's video, where we explore one of Beijing's most mysterious and haunting stories. Bus 375, dubbed the bus to the underworld, has been the subject of many ghost stories and urban legends for nearly 30 years. No one has been able to explain what really happened that fateful night. The story of the bus disappearing, along with its passengers, the last witnesses, and the mysterious rumors will make you shiver. Will we ever find the answer to this mystery? Let's explore right away. In China, there is a mysterious story related to Bus 375 that has been circulating, and to this day there is still no explanation. The events surrounding this bus still make people feel confused and scared. At that time, Beijing newspapers also published a lot of information about the terrible incident that happened to Bus 375. Until now, people still have not found an answer to this story. On the night of November 14, 1995, bus number 375 departed from Yuanmingyuan bus station to Shangshan Hill. When leaving Yuanmingyuan, the bus was full of passengers and they got off at each stop. Until it was only about 7 stops away from Shangshan, there was no one left on the bus, only the driver and the female ticket inspector. At the next stop, 4 passengers got on the bus, a couple, an old woman, and a young man. At this time, there were 6 people on the bus. The bus started moving and was only 6 stops away from the destination. Bus 375 drove peacefully. The road was also very deserted, so no other sound could be heard except the sound of the engine. When they were about 4 stops away from Huangshan, the driver saw 2 people waiting below. The driver opened the back door and they got on. At this time, everyone discovered that there were 3 people. 1 person in the middle was being helped up. These people were wearing traditional Chinese costumes. Their faces were not clearly visible. As soon as they got on the bus with their strange costumes, the other passengers were all scared. The atmosphere in the bus was gloomy and scary. Not long after, the bus arrived at the next stop and the couple got off the bus. At this time, there were 7 people on the bus. 2 bus staff, the old woman, the young man, and 3 strange passengers. The old woman was sitting in the parking seat, the young man was sitting right in front, and 3 passengers were sitting in the back. Feeling something was wrong, the old lady looked back at the 3 passengers, looking back and forth, each time feeling scared. After a while, she stood up and started scolding the young man sitting in front of her for stealing her wallet. That night was a cold, quiet winter night, with no sound other than the sound of the car engine running. The young man tried to explain himself, but the old lady did not listen and started scolding loudly. Seeing the conflict, the ticket inspector came down to ask about the situation and tried to mediate. However, the old lady refused to listen, insisting that it was the young man who stole her wallet when no one was looking. After many unsuccessful attempts to persuade her, the old lady told the driver to let them off at the next stop so they could go to the police. When they reached the next stop, the old lady and the young man got off the bus. The young man angrily turned to the old lady and said that the last bus had left. How could he return now? At this time, the old lady said that she had just saved the young man's life. To the young man's surprise, the old woman said that she had turned around to observe the 3 strangers on the bus very carefully. When a gust of wind blew their clothes, she discovered that these people had no legs. At first, the old woman thought it was an illusion, but after careful examination, she concluded that they were not humans but ghosts. The old woman told this to the bus attendant, but she did not believe it. Knowing that she could not save everyone on the bus, she could only accuse the young man of stealing his wallet to save him. The young man was angry, not understanding what the old woman said. She began to explain that she saw two people wearing Qing dynasty clothes without legs. She had no way to save the driver and the ticket inspector, so she could only pick a fight with the young man so that the two of them could get off the bus together. The young man was also scared and did not say anything. At this time, the old woman urged him to call the police. The two of them then went to the police station to report. However, the police did not record the report and only told them to return home. It seemed that they did not believe the story either. On the morning of November 15th, the staff at the Xiangshan bus stop announced that bus 375 from Yuanmingyuan to Xiangshan had not arrived. It was last seen 4 stops away from Xiangshan. Even after many searches, the bus and any staff were still nowhere to be found. The bus company then reported it to the police. At this time, the Xiangshan police reported the disappearance of bus 375 to all the police stations along the route. This notice was transmitted to the police station where the old woman and the young man had reported on the evening of November 14th. They immediately contacted the two people to take their statements. Not long after, the news of the missing bus 375 spread throughout Beijing. On November 16th, bus 375 was pulled from a river, about 100 kilometers from the stop where the old woman and the young man got off. 5 bodies were found inside the bus. When the bus was pulled out, both the police and doctors were present at the scene. When the bodies were taken out, everyone was stunned. Of the 5 bodies, only 2 of the bus staff were normal. The other 3 were badly decomposed. There were many mysterious points around bus 375. After running for a whole day, it was believed that this bus could not have gone 100 kilometers further than the final destination that was predetermined on the route. In addition, there was no gasoline in the gas tank, but blood. In less than 2 days, the bodies of the victims had decomposed severely in the cold winter weather, which was also difficult to explain. The autopsy results showed that the injuries on the victims were not caused by humans. The police analyzed 3 points, but could not explain them. First, after a whole day of operation, the bus did not have enough gas to go that far. Second, the police discovered that the gas tank was filled with blood, not fuel. Third, the bodies were found to have decomposed within 48 days. Even if the incident had happened in the summer, things could not have happened so quickly. When conducting the autopsy, the police said that there was nothing to interfere with the bodies. In addition, at that time, the police also carefully checked the traffic surveillance cameras on the road to Mat Van, that the 375 bus might have passed that night, and did not find any suspicious points. The mysterious story of the 375 bus was continuously reported by the Beijing press at that time. However, no reasonable explanation has been given for this incident, and it remains an unsolved story, becoming a creepy urban legend that has been passed down for many years. So we have explored the story of Beijing's mysterious bus 375. Nearly 30 years have passed, but the questions remain unanswered. Is this just an urban legend, or did something really scary happen? We may never know the truth, but stories like this always give us a lot to think about. If you're interested in today's story, don't forget to like to support the channel and subscribe to not miss the next mysterious and attractive content. Press the notification bell to receive information immediately when there is a new video. Thank you for watching, and see you again in the upcoming interesting videos.